Video games are pointless. Oh, wait a minute. This is not what you think. Let me explain why I say this. Give me 5 minutes. I feel like y'all gonna agree. I feel like y'all will agree. Any gamer, everything, y'all will agree most likely. This is not to crap on gamers at all. This is more about saying what y'all deserve. I feel like in 2024 and in the years to come, it might change later, but in the years to come, video games are and going to be so pointless and just get worse and worse and worse. We've seen it for years. It's not like it's a new thing. We've seen it for years. Look, I know every now and then, every year, you got your couple of games that are good and are quality. Yes, for sure. But for the most part, they're crap. Nowadays, you see games get played for 2-3 weeks and then they're out of here. And I've been seeing gamers say this for sure. Like one game I see this said a lot about is Sparking Zero. That game was like $100, wasn't it? To play it like early or something like that. Like it was like $100 to play that, and people are now saying after a month or 3 weeks or very quickly, basically, it got corny, like it got boring. I'm not 100% sure as to why, but I see that in a lot of other fields too. You see it with 2K. The homies on the phone right now, I got homies that's talking about how COD fell off, and that's not good no more. And COD used to be I used to be a monster at COD. So I don't think that like, oh, you don't like video games, you're bad at it. No, I used to be a demon on COD. I'm talking about very endless Moabs and nukes. But this is the Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4 era. Like Black Ops 4 is where I ended on that era, because that was around the time of, I think Black Ops 4 is around the same time, if I'm not mistaken, as like Fortnite and Apex Legends. Those were dope games. Those were dope. Like we seen a peak there. We seen it, like games kind of take a rise there again. But now it's like, it's entering this weird space where it's like only good games, like quality games, seem to be the obscure video games that like no one knows about or doesn't get the publicity that other games get. All the mainstream games are crap. But look, we see that in other areas too. Music, clothing. You think you need this game because, oh, it's popular. Oh, they're telling you need this and everything. But we're not seeing the quality increase. We're seeing the quality decrease of this stuff and the stuff that we call art and the stuff that we love. And yet the price is going up. Video games are becoming more expensive. I'm pretty sure. Like I said, I don't play video games anymore. I stopped around the Apex Fortnite time period. So like 2021, 2020, something like that. Because I just felt like I felt like I was wasting my time. Like, why am I doing this? Then you got the people who just take it too serious and just annoying. And it's like, yo, at this point in my life, I don't care about it that much. But that's a different topic. I don't even want to. That's me, my personal thing. But one thing I do feel like is we can't keep accepting stuff just because it's what we're getting. It's like at some point, we have to come together and be like, yo, this is not it. And I'm not just talking about for video games. I mean in all forms of art and content, everything. And that's it right there, though. We're losing art and gaining content. And there's a big difference. And you want me to tell you what the main difference is? Love, time, effort. It's a big difference. Content is just stuff that you spew out and just put out and just, oh yeah, here you go, give them this. It's fast food. While art is that home cooked meal. It's that thing that somebody took their time with. Like, I want to make the best thing out of this. I want to make this amazing. And that's why a big reason why these video games don't last is because they don't have love in them. The people making them are just trying to make a profit, just cash grabbing. Like it's just cash grabs. Oh, let's put something out that they'll be happy with. And that's why it only lasts 3 weeks, because it feels like it only took you 3 weeks to make the game. Other than obscure video games, I feel like another big one that people love is single player games. But look at single player games though. They get ran through in a week. You know why? Because people try to speed run them instead of actually enjoying the game. Spider-Man, Last of Us 2, stuff like that. Like you see these games and it's like, yo, bro, you got these single player games that are very good, but people just try to play them as fast as they possibly can. And I feel like the people who actually get the most out of them are people who make content about it. Like people who make video game playing videos, because they get more out of it. They can make money off of it. They can, make content for people. They can, it's more there. I just feel like it's getting to a point where it's just a slap in the face. Like, are y'all even trying anymore with these video games? Like, what is this? Like, people are not happy, but yet also the consumer needs to look back at themselves. You guys got to look at yourselves and be like, why are we buying this? oh, because I'm bored, I have nothing to do. Hey, at some point we gotta put the controller down and be like, yo, I'm not doing this. At least until something good comes out, something that's actually dope and worth the time, and then we praise that and be like, we need more games like this. We're not taking this BS over here anymore. We're not, no, that it can't happen. I stand on business. Like, we can't just accept anything that we're given, because then they keep giving it out. Like, oh, you got these developers that just want to give the game out because, like, oh, they're gonna play it. They're gonna play it. I guess that's what they're gonna get. And it's just, you just see that quality just deplete. You see it with music, you see it with clothing, you see it with everything, bro. You see it with movies, you see it with everything, where it's just like people want to charge more for these things, but they don't deserve more money. You actually deserve to get called out. And that's what you're seeing. A lot of people are just getting frustrated. I'm seeing it. A lot of people are getting frustrated with the way that all this stuff is going. It's a slap in the face. It's a slap in the face to the people who love video games and they actually want to play this stuff. They should be able to buy video games and stuff that they really, you know, that's actually worth something. Not something that they're going to play for 2 weeks and then get bored with because you wanted to be lackluster creating the game. Or not update it properly, not add new things, and then it just dries out and fizzles out. Too much ways now to keep a game afloat and keep a game interesting for you to just let a game die out. Like, how? Why? That's with Fortnite, Apex, games like that. And that's why they lasted years, and they still are lasting to this day, is because they update things. They add new things all the time. They keep it interesting, the advertising, everything. Always implementing new things. What keeps people playing those games. There just needs to be a shift. There needs to be a shift soon where people are like, yo, we're not tolerating this anymore. We're not just gonna take the BS that y'all giving us. It's just not gonna happen anymore. Like, we're done. But it's hard to become unified like that. But y'all should. We should. Games used to last months, even years, and now you only see them lasting weeks, but people still go and pay for them and waste their hard-earned money on these games because they're expecting to get a good product, and then they don't, and then they only play it for 3 to 4 weeks, 2 weeks maybe, and then it's completely boring and there's no point to it, just for the game to later, a couple months later or a year later, to be $30, $20, and nobody's buying it or paying for it, or to be even cheaper than that, you know, Game Pass and all this stuff. Like, bro, it's just ridiculous. The whole thing just needs to be, the whole world of gaming needs to be, like, revamped. Like, bro, remember, like, when you could actually walk into a store, a GameStop and stuff like that, and just get a random game. I remember being a kid, and me and a homie went into a store, and we randomly bought Left 4 Dead. To me, the greatest zombie game ever. Now, I know that's gonna be arguable, but to me, that's my one right there. That's my favorite zombie game ever made. And you could just walk in and buy a game like that went to become a literal classic, like huge game and be a classic. You can't do that no more. Let you walk in somewhere, walk in. Nobody does that anymore. Like, it's just, everything just, it needs to be, it's just like, what's going on, bro? It's just bad. I just personally don't like what I'm seeing, and I don't like it. But like, people are going to start gravitating away from video games more and more, as they should, if you're not getting the quality that you deserve. You go put your time into other hobbies. If that isn't worth it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with video games. Hey, everybody has their own stuff that they love and they like doing. I'm not trying to crap on nobody playing video games. I'm trying to crap on the people who develop these video games and sell it like it's such a good product, and then you're like, what is this? This is crap. This is ass. Like, this is not good. This stuff is not good. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm for sure. I know somebody. I know plenty of people probably me in the comments if this, you know, video does do numbers. But let me know what y'all think though, because I feel like I could be wrong, but that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing, you know, that people are getting fed up with video games. And the only time I hear good things is when it's an obscure game. I think maybe people are about to start going back to MMORPGs and stuff. Games like Skyrim and Elden Ring. Yeah, look at Elden Rings. Look at how crazy that just went. But also, Elden Rings is another good example of a game, because Elden Rings it was interesting because it makes, you die, the game could get harder and stuff like this, and beating this boss and blah blah blah, and I can't get past this person, and that's what keeps a game interesting. The challenge. The games really don't have no challenge. The biggest challenge a lot of these video games have is just tryhards that just make the game unfun. Everything needs to be revamped. Like the matchmaking. Oh my god, we could go into it forever, but I'm gonna leave it there. Let me know what y'all think in the comments though. Gamers, let me hear it. Also, right before we end it, I'm also noticing a lot of content creators who do gaming videos are starting to back away too. because they're not even having fun anymore. I feel like, yeah, they still get to make their content and stuff for their viewership, but it's like, wow, they're not even having fun playing the games anymore. That's bad, bro. That's bad. On top of copyright and stuff like that, like, it's just, it's a mess. It's a mess. Not good for the future. It's not good for the progression of video games and video game related content. That's it for this one. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I want to hear it.